It is not enough to just set goals and plans to achieve them. It is also important for you to stay consistent and stay intentional about achieving them. Your accountability partner is not your monitoring spirit per se. Don't be caught sleeping on a bicycle. Hi and welcome to Bossing with Annie. My name is Annie and today we're going to be talking about how to be consistent with working on and achieving your goals. Before we go on, I would like you to please click the red subscribe button below if you haven't already and like this video. If you've done that, let's jump on it. We all know that sometimes it's not very easy to, just keep working on your goals, especially where the goals seem like they don't even want to be met. They don't need you to meet them. So sometimes it's actually very frustrating. And we can lose the morale to even keep working on them. Or sometimes we might just get so caught up, we might get busy and then we just forget about the goals that we have and the plans to achieve them. So I'm going to be talking you through 5 basic steps on how I stay consistent to my own goals so that I don't forget or so that I don't just, leave them somewhere. My first tip is to always write things down. I keep saying this, always write things down. This way you have a very clear picture of what you want to achieve. You don't forget. In the end, thoughts are thoughts. They don't just remain in your mind like that. They fly away. Sometimes you might have a plan to achieve the goals. If you don't write them down, you are going to forget the plans. You're going to forget the steps that you actually need to take to actually achieve them. I have spreadsheets where I write down my goals and my plans to achieve them. I'm going to do another video on practical goal setting templates where I share with you the templates I'm talking about. So on that spreadsheet, I have goals for each of my businesses. I have goals for personal life and I have the plans to achieve them. When you write these things down, you can actually easily incorporate them into your life and you don't forget. Now, after writing these things down, you want to place them where you won't forget about them. If you want to go the manual way, you can stick them on your wall that if you have like a space to yourself. I think there are goal setting templates that you can download online that you can easily just write with your hand or you can type on it and then you print it out and then you stick it to your wall. Put it somewhere that you always have access to and you can always see the goals whenever you need to revisit them. Don't go and toss them under your bed. You set goals at the beginning of the year and then you put them under your bed or your mattress or inside your cupboard and then you don't hear from them again throughout the year until next year when no. My second tip is to keep it smart. I know you've heard this everywhere, but it's actually true. Keep your goals smart. My favorite is keeping it realistic, keeping it measurable, and keeping it timely. You have to be realistic about your goals. You cannot set goals that you know within you that you will not you will not work on. Okay, you know that it's not even possible. Well, everything is possible, but you just have to be very realistic. Stay true to yourself. Don't lie to yourself, okay? Because if you set goals that are not realistic, you won't even be motivated to work on them. So set goals that are realistic so that it doesn't wear you down and you don't feel discouraged whenever you think about it. Let's say you are earning 50K now and then you want to build maybe a house 100 billion and you want to build it next year and the only source of income that you have is that 50K. That's an unrealistic goal and it's only going to wear you down. If you think about it, you're not going to work on it. If you want to build that 1 billion house, you can break it down into sub goals. So you either start by building a house that is not up to that amount or you extend your timeline. All these things work hand in hand. If you set a timeline, it's actually going to help you stop procrastinating and working your goals. So you want to buy a car by 30th December of this year. You know the amount you're going to be saving every month. So in order to achieve that, it just helps you stop procrastinating because if you don't have a timeline set, you can see the money that you're supposed to save now. You'll be like, oh, I need to buy this bag this month. I'll save later. It just makes you keep shifting the time when you're supposed to actually achieve that goal. Now, why measurable is my fave is because there's a quantity to it. There's put a number on it. Put a number on it. It's just so vague when you set a goal and it's not measurable. It will not motivate you to work towards it. For example, if you say you want to take professional courses this year and then you don't put a number to it, you don't how many courses do you want to take? Is it 1? Is it 2? Is it 3? You just say, oh, I'll take professional courses. You're not properly defining it. So it's very, very important for you to define that goal properly. Define it to the barest minimum. Break it down to the smallest size possible so you properly understand it and know what you're doing towards it. And this way you can easily set realistic plans to achieve them. My third tip would be to find a way to incorporate your plans to achieve your goals into your daily life and your to-do lists, your schedule. So, for example, I'm going to be giving an example of myself because I think that's the best way you can understand where I'm coming from. So what I do, again, Mrs. Spreadsheets. At the beginning of the week, I write my to-do list. I first visit my goals, see the name of the goal, see where I am at, the milestone, see what's remaining, see the challenges, and then I have the plans to achieve them on a separate column. So those plans to achieve them, I'm incorporating them into my to-do list. Like, I must be doing something to achieve this goal this week, right? They're not just lying there, but I have plans. Okay, so how are you doing? When are you doing it? You see? So you have to know when you are doing it, when you're actually making moves, where you are moving the needle. It's just easier for you to, achieve your goals at the same time, carry on your day-to-day task. So when you incorporate these plans to achieve them, write out your plans to achieve your goals. Don't just set goals. It is not enough to just set goals and say, oh, this is how I'm going to. Write down your plans to achieve them. So this helps you stay consistent with achieving your goals. It is not enough to just set goals and plans to achieve them. It is also important for you to stay consistent and stay intentional about achieving them. My fourth step would be to revisit your goals at least once a week, at least once a week. But like I said in my previous points, at the beginning of the week, I create my to-do list. So I can't create my to-do list if I'm not looking at my goals list. So they both align and tie. There has to be a reason why you're doing the things that you do. So if I'm creating a to-do list and, I'm not expecting any results, like, why am I doing this thing in the first place? What am I doing this for? So it just has to tie with your goals and what you're looking forward to achieving with carrying out those activities. So yeah, you always need to revisit your goals at least once a week. So you'll be able to track and evaluate where you're at with them, and you can figure out what to add or subtract. If something is not working, you know what to double up on, you know what to, stop doing, because it's not good to do things in vain. So you always want to know what to improve on and, what to stop doing, stop wasting your time on, and what to add. Just revisit it. It just helps you grow. It helps you build. You always have a track record of where you're going and where you're coming from. My fifth step is to have an accountability partner. I personally do not have one. I think I should work on having one because it's actually very important. So if you have somebody that you trust, you can actually tell the person your goals, and then it's somebody you are reporting to. For me, I don't have an accountability. I'm not reporting to anybody, so I can decide to not do anything. I can decide to just slack off and just forget about that goal. I beg. Yeah, it has happened a lot. Even with me, there are some goals that I've set and I'm like, should I even be working on this? This is a waste of time. Honestly, if I had worked on those goals, I know something would have come out of them. But yeah, because I don't have anybody I'm reporting to, I just let them go. Your accountability partner is not your monitoring spirit per se. So it's just somebody who will help you stay alert and aware of your goals. It's like when you owe somebody money, you always have to pay back. So there's a particular amount you always have to dedicate per week, per month, in order to pay the person back, right? You cannot afford to be spending all your money on unreasonable things when you have somebody you owe. So when you owe somebody, you actually get more serious with your savings. It just helps you put a check on yourself. My advice, have somebody that you trust that is always checking up on you. If possible, both of you should be your accountability partners to each other. So you're checking up on the person is checking up on you. So if at some point you notice that one person is not serious, or you can change, but make sure that it's somebody that you trust. Let's not be somebody that, wants to steal your plan and your goals. Or let's not be a vibe killer, okay? So you always want to, tread with caution and be sharp when it comes to dealing with people, okay? So that's all I'll be sharing. That is all. Like I said, it is not enough to just have goals that you want to achieve. You also have to write them down. You also have to be consistent about them if you actually want them to manifest. So yes, leave a comment if you enjoyed this video, you learned one or two things. Let me know what you've taken home. If you have additional steps you take to achieving your goals, let's know down in the comments so we can all learn. Thank you so much for watching. I would really love to keep you on this channel. So don't forget to hit the red subscribe button below and turn on all post notifications so you know whenever we make a new post here, okay? You don't want to miss anything. We're sharing gems on here. You don't want to miss. Don't be caught sleeping on a bicycle. On this channel, I share career, business, personal development aimed at the boss girl that you are. So please don't fail to share with somebody that will find this helpful. Please don't hold it. I'm not holding information, so you shouldn't either. Please check the pinned comments and the description box below for more important information. Until my next video, please do have a good time and keep bossing. See ya and bye.